There it is. So today's set of exercises will be leg day. So I'll be doing heavy squats. So I'm wearing orange and I will be doing squats with orange bands today. This is the orange body elastics bands that are attached to my foot apparatus. Okay, this band here is a 30-pound band, and when you divide it, cut it in half, it becomes 60. So a total of 120 pounds of resistance on top of using the vibration plate to activate the muscle. So it's going to be a lot of tension today, and I'm going to see how it goes. I have not pressed this weight yet, but today will be the first day where I'm going to press it, and it's going to be interesting for me. I don't know how it's going to go. I know it's going to hurt, but when it comes to building muscle, you got to push fatigue a little bit, and this is how I'm doing it. Now, 120 pounds is not a lot of weight, but when you start adding the time and that disturbance from the vibration, it works very well, very, very well at making the body and the muscle scream. So with those squats, I will be doing a TKE version of it, and I've got a blue band that's attached to the wall, and I will have ankle straps put around my knees, and then I will migrate through the other exercises as well. So, without further ado, let's begin the warm-up. So the metronome I will set at 175. See if this guy is talking. 175, I said. Come on. There we go. And I will set the forgot to turn on the metronome. And of course it loses its connection with the speaker because there we go. And I will be using this beaded rope today. This is an old one that I have to celebrate 6 years ago. So let's begin. Yeah, this one's a little bit smaller. It's shorter. Kind of scared with this rope because it's heavier, especially doing crisscrosses. It's definitely got a different sound to it. Ah. shoulders hurt with this rope. Just going to drink a little bit more water here. There we go. One thing I need to do is put the ankle straps on. I just realized that now. So I'm going to do that real quickly here. Yeah, I guess I'll use these guys. One thing that I always do is take my shoelaces off, or untie my shoelaces, and then slide the ankle strap on. I don't like to prematurely deteriorate the Velcro on these straps, so I want them to stay nice and strong for the duration of its life. And this is one way where I do that. Call me frugal, but I don't care. So, first exercise I will do is the dead man hang, or hanging for dear life. And start here. 3, 2, 1. Darn foam is spinning. So I can feel when the foam is spinning, that means my hand is moving like this way around, so my grip is changing, and whereas my fingers are now taking the weight of my body as opposed to my knuckles. So inadvertently it strengthens that portion. I should probably try more of a J grip to begin with versus holding the bar like higher. So just a few takeaways for myself, something to think about in the future. Okay, more or less nice and even. So the first exercise I said is going to be with the orange bands. So I've got, you can see my rig set up here. I will be standing this way towards, oh, it doesn't seem like, yeah. That's better. Okay, so just realized I'm going to have my feet pointing down towards the wall. So my feet will be like this, angled this way. So that way I'm pushing more with my heels. Now, next part is to get configured with this. The TKE portion. So this is where the ankle straps around my knees are going to be pulled towards the wall by the band. Oh, and I just realized they're crossed. And pay close enough attention to that. So, and that's going to be pulling my knees towards the camera. And here, this is 120 pounds worth of resistance. And let's begin. So that the orange bands are equivalent to 120. So it feels good actually. Twist like this a little bit. Oh, the legs are starting to burn now. I guess doing the TKEs, or no, the pistol squats the past few weeks, I've definitely got some strength there. I can feel it. It's good. Gosh. All right. Next up is stretched squat extensions. So that's where I'm going to take these blue bands. Actually, no, I'm going to take heavier actually. Change my mind. You know what? I'm going to try purple. Change my mind. Instead of using the blue, I'm going to use the purple. I'm gonna see how this goes. I have really no idea. Largely because of the resistance. But I'm gonna try it anyways. Based on how I remember it felt last week. So by using the purple bands, I'm increasing the weight per leg to 46 pounds. So total of 90, or just under, 93, or no, 46 is 92. Total of 92 pounds if you're using squatting together. So, which is, I'm okay with that today, largely because I want to try this here. I want to see what this does. Just to move this away for the setup purposes. This is how I've done it the past few weeks, by taking this here so that's kind of in the center, yeah. All right, got the remote. Oh, normally I'm gonna break it. So if I putting that down there, just gonna move this out of the way for now. I don't know if this is gonna be too far. I have a feeling it might be, but that's okay. Oh my. Yeah, that's good. I'll do it. So, taking the bands like this, and putting my feet on the vibration plate, so there's tension on the quads here at full stretch, which is what I want. Yeah. Actually, a little bit too much stretch. I'm just gonna adjust here. I don't want to hurt myself. Although I can sustain this weight, I'm going to reduce it. Largely because of how I have it set up here. I need a little bit, just different so I'm going to use the black bands instead. Just going one level lower from the purple. Largely because I've only been doing this for so many weeks. I don't have the same kind of strength from the stretched position as I do from a standing position. So, and because of that, I really don't want to hurt myself with overdoing it from the stretched position. And that's just my inner self saying, be careful, because I want to be here next week as well. But I also want to be able to hit failure the right way, not in a silly way. All right. So, there we go. This is a little bit better. Yeah. Okay. And of course, the vibration plate is not center. There we go. Wow. Oh yeah. So I'm just focusing on the muscle from the stretch position. So there's tension on the bands. Gosh, oh. Because I've already fatigued the quads with the squat. Certainly is. Probably could have gone one less just to help with being able to press out, but that's okay. Some mental notes for next week. So that was the black band that I used. Probably could still go a few more weeks with the blue. So that's a takeaway for next week. So now I'm just gonna take these bands off, and next is hamstring curls. So that's where I'm gonna put blue bands onto the hamstring curls. So this guy put blue bands on here now, and they will be attached to my legs that have the ankle strap already. So whew. So I'm going to take this guy this another blue band here. I'm going to attach it to the left leg. All right. Now, yep, I think that's about right. I'll move this out of the way. Whew. Seaford. That's good. All right. So this resistance I'm using is 26 pounds per leg. So I can definitely tell that my hamstrings are getting stronger. It's good. Certainly squeezes the blood out of the muscle when you train it this way. And then you, of course, when the blood is all out, and then you are curling the legs up. It's certainly wow, you can certainly feel it. Oh, I'm trying real hard. Wow. Ah. All right. Next up is ball bridges. So that's where I'm gonna change the angle of this. Whew. And I'm gonna grab 25 pounds worth of additional weight. So I'm going to take that here and all right. My butt is just going to just barely touch the plate, and then taking that 25 pounds, putting it on top of my hip, and here we go. So going to be a combination curl like this and a hip thrust. So holding it here. So basically you just want to hold the weight in place. I don't want to use my relax, back up. So here I'm getting the hamstrings and the glutes at the same time as part of the posterior chain. You could lift one leg up to increase the intensity if you wish. If you have the strength for it. Certainly. So I'm trying not to use my elbows to lift my hips off the ground. Do you want to avoid doing that? Lift only your hips. Hold it isometrically here. Oh, wow. Wow. The hamstrings are burning and the glutes are getting there. Oh. Starting with the hamstring curls, it gets them really involved. Oh my. Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Next up is the tibialis. So that's where we're going to take another set of ankle straps here that I used previously for the stretched quad extensions. So basically I'm just gonna set myself up here. These ankle straps are gonna go around each band like this. Now, for the tibialis, they are going to go those ankle straps around the feet like this, and try to keep them, I guess, on near the knuckle, I guess, of your big toe, if you want to call it that. I can't remember what that's called. And this will Alright, that's good. So by working the tibialis this way, so basically you can hear the rings tapping the concrete. Kind of gives you an idea of how quick the vibration is set, and you'll see when it changes. So here I am pointing my toes right towards the wall. There's different ways you can do this exercise if you want to lift your, for me my calf muscles are pretty big, so when I flex them, they actually lift my bottom, my back part of my leg off the plate. So when I release the calf muscles, now my leg is laying flat. So you could probably see that by the way of my muscle. So when I'm holding it, here now I'm just lifting with my feet, pulling the weight away from the ground. Relaxing slowly. Lifting my toes slowly away from the wall. You can do it quickly. So to work the type 2 fibers, the explosive fibers that are in that area of the body. All the way down, up, all the way down, up, explosive again. So just staying in here in the explosive kind of motion movement. There we go. Having the vibration really, it changes how the muscle feels because you don't feel the pain as much. You feel the vibration over the pain, and it's one thing that I can tell a difference between the reps, I guess, when I'm moving the muscle. You can feel it, but the muscle's still being worked in a very, very effective way. So that's what makes this unique. Now, last but not least is the calf raises. So that's where I'm going to take the band that I set up in the first exercise. So, and here, so I'm using 120 pounds worth of resistance for the calf raises with vibration. So it's really, 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 really good. Like doing raises this way. So I already did the lifts, so this is a lot. This is more weight than I normally do, especially for the calves, but So here I'm really standing on my tiptoes. Now my feet are down. Oh my. The muscle is cramping. Whew. Almost there. Wow. Ah. 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 Wow. See if you can see it. Whew. All right, so a little bit longer today, which is okay. I had a little bit of a hiccup for the stretch quad extension, so that contributes to the length of the workout today. But you can speed that up if you're organized. So today's date, April 29th, 2026. 6 years later, and I'm still at it. And I got lots of energy. So, maximum heart rate I hit today. Is 176. Okay. Wow, look at that. Spike and recovery, spike and recovery, spike. So with the heavier rope, doing pretty good. That was with the beaded rope, the black and gray one today. So interesting how that looks. That's how it should look. 30 second rest. All right. And then back right up. So, if you're not seeing something like that within a 30-second HIIT recovery, then, it's a sign of how good your oxygen, delivery is inside your body. And I think my VO2 is showing very good results here, even though I don't have the actual VO2 master machine. I think it shows pretty good. And then for the duration of the workout today, my heart rate is nice and strong. So when I say I'm as real as a heart attack, I am. And I mean it. So at the age of 49 with 143 days left, just got distracted here. The countdown is on. So 143. So can you keep up with me, the Energizer Bunny? So tomorrow will be Thirsty Thursday. It'll be shoulders, rotators, and traps. So tune in then to train that part of the body if you're looking to strengthen it. And I'm a side sleeper. I don't have any issues sleeping now, especially with my shoulders. I don't feel anything. I wake up and like, oh yeah, okay. No pain, no shoulder pain. I think a lot of that has to do with strengthening the rear deltoid with the exercise that I do, and also by implementing the archer, that I really tell the difference. And last but not least, I am wearing the X49. There's one there, and then here's the other guy. There's the two, and they will be set aside for tomorrow. And most importantly, the X49. So power your DNA with the best. Listen to the presentation again that I shared in this live stream, and be smart about your choices. You do not need creatine monohydrate, whey protein, peptides. Eat right. Fuel your body with what it needs. I'm saying use your digestive system. Make sure you're drinking the cleanest and most absorbable water you can get, because that's first going to produce the gastric juices and the hydrochloric acid. Consume a good pinch of salt every morning. That's what I do. And that sodium will form into nice, strong gastric juice, which turns into breaking down those proteins that you eat. And that is a good thing. So, and then thirdly, power and activate your stem cells, your DNA, with infrared light. You can't see it with your eyes, but you can see this. And this reflects that infrared light back into your skin, which triggers that process of photobiomodulation. And I will say it over and over and over again. It's key to your longevity and improving your and keeping your complexion like you see here. This is 6 years later. See the date? April 29th, 2020? Pretty impressive, I would say. I'm keeping my youth. You can too. And it starts with that. So, see you tomorrow for Thirsty Thursday. Have a good night. Bye.